Hello, everyone, and welcome to TakuCast 0, Episode 7. I am Gun, and as always, I am joined with,
That Honey Badger.
or joined by, maybe I should have said by, anyway, I'm with Honey Badger. And big news today with GTA 5, but we'll get to that in a sec. Let's talk about some other kind of smaller stuff.
Yeah, we're going to get the small stuff out of the way because I think we're both excited just to get right to GTA.
Yeah.
Let me see, The Last of Us, I read this on TakuCast, The Last of Us has sold 3.4 million units. This is an article by Hongo. He's got his sources in there somewhere, but I'm only going to talk about the TakuCast article.
There'll be a link.
Yeah, there'll be a link in the description. And if you want to learn about that, head on over and have a look. What else do we have going, Anthony, you want to talk about?
We have Sony teasing us on their Facebook and their Twitter accounts with a picture. And the picture is it's just like it's like an eclipse or something. It's like it's hard to describe, but
it's
it
a
just
planet,
has,
we'll say. Just
it's like a planet with purple light around it, like, so it looks like some kind of eclipse. So, and then it just has the words, "When worlds collide," and that's it.
I see. Also, if you're excited about Beyond Two Souls, there is like a 3-minute, 32-second video, a making-of video, on Game Informer. That's where I seen it. You can find it there. Just look for it. It's pretty. I watched it. It's pretty interesting. I won't spoil anything for you, but yeah, just check it out if you're into the game. Looking forward to it.
And in relation to Rockstar news, apparently game traders have found out that they want programmers to help, and quote, help bring our latest titles to the PC platform, end quote. So people are speculating that means that Red Dead Redemption could be coming to PC.
Yeah, I would definitely buy Red Dead Redemption again. On PC,
Would that not just mean that they're looking for people to port GTA 5 over? Or why are people getting Red Dead from that?
Because it's more likely for now. It's a finished game.
Yeah, but it's been finished for a long time. Why now?
Geez, I actually couldn't tell you. Maybe end of the console generation, sales have probably just completely stopped for the game. If they bring it out again, they can pretty much just, pretty much make 100% profit. I'm sure they're making a very small loss versus all they can gain by bringing it to PC, because they've made their money back. The game's been paid for, all that stuff. They've nothing to lose essentially by bringing it, in my opinion, bringing it to PC. They don't have to worry about people like pirating it, and then they won't lose money that way because, geez, how many units of all their games do they sell? They sell so many games for each title they bring out.
I think that if they do bring Red Dead to PC, then that bodes well for GTA 5.
Yeah.
As well.
I'm more interested. I think I'm more interested in GTA as a console game.
Which console, though?
Next gen, I'm most excited for, but if I had a choice of playing on my Xbox or on PC, Xbox 360 or PC, I'd go with Xbox 360 just for the. I know I like it. It feels more of a console game to me. I like it that way.
Yeah, third person kind of.
Yeah, that's just to my taste. But okay, do you think that's enough of that, and we'll hop into the trailer?
Yeah, you can go ahead and comment about anything we've talked about there in the comment section, and we'll go back and forth with you if you want. But let's get to the main topic.
Yeah,
it is the first time ever Rockstar have shown gameplay of a GTA game before it released.
Yeah, this is huge. They've never done this before, and they showed a lot. It wasn't just like 2-3 minutes. It's a 4-minute 51 seconds, so we can just say 5-minute video.
Yeah, and it's done in the style of kind of how they did the Red Dead ones, with like a person narrating what you're seeing.
Yeah, and it will start. I guess the first significant thing they show is the airplane. He's driving it really low to the water, coming up to a dam, and he's going really fast. And it shows you're going to a place called Land Act Dam, and then quickly you move into, I can't really pronounce that, Tadavia Mountains, I think, if I was to take a stab at it. So obviously that takes back, which was never in doubt that it would go, where you know where you're going to be. Just the names at the bottom. You can see a little rainbow. That's just little effects there. You can see the city in the distance. It looks like there's a smog over the city.
Pollution. That's a big thing in real life in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I heard it is. It's crazy. But yeah, you can see the smog there. So it's pretty authentic, and looks really nice, like rivers below. Obviously, you can go there in the game too. That's really cool.
Time as well, we see the mini map, and that's gotten a bit of an overhaul.
It's got more of a GPS look to it.
Well, it's no longer circular, which
Oh
is
yeah.
big to some people. Because I've already seen complaints saying bring back circular radar.
What does that make a difference? Oh my god. Are you serious? People are complaining about that.
People.
Okay, look, if you're complaining about that, just look at yourself. You know what I mean? Is this really the biggest problem in your life,
Say the line.
Look at your life, look at your choices.
There we go.
But yeah, like, I hate guys, these little nitpickers. You know what I mean? Look at all this shit going on screen. Okay, you're in a plane, which we didn't have in GTA 4, so we haven't had a GTA game within a plane this generation. We're finally getting it, and they're like, yeah, but I mean, what's the point when the mini map isn't circular anymore? Oh God. Sorry about that rant there, but we'll press on a little bit into the video, and then it cuts to boats. It's Trevor driving a boat. Just the water effects look pretty good as far as the boat cutting through the water. They seem to show a lot of the countryside.
It's the colours, like compare that to GTA 4.
Oh man, you know what? It's like they've taken that coffee color filter off it. If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what you mean.
Yeah. It's really good to see, like, just how colorful it looks. It looks more realistic, to be honest, than
Apparently that water is all dynamic as well, so it's not scripted. That if you interact with that water, the ripples that you make will affect other boats or people in the water.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually huge. I honestly don't know how they're pulling this off out of current gen consoles.
Crazy.
So what else can we see? I mean, that looks like, I don't remember the name of barely any of the vehicles from GTA, to be honest, except for your Cheetahs and your Comets, etc. But can you remember the name of that boat, what it could be? Or is it a new one?
The boat that Trevor's on, is it?
Yeah, at 20 seconds into the video I'm looking at.
Oh, shit. I can't remember any boat names right now off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's okay. I was just asking if you did. Like, damn it, you're not a true fan. Get off this podcast.
I'm out of here. I'm sorry. I tried.
Okay, so we got him on the boat. You can see like some slipstream from jets in the sky and airplanes in the sky, but we know there's going to be airplanes. Really so cool. Then it cuts in after the boat scene. You're in a city.
You can see the IAA building and the FIB, which is their versions of CIA and FBI. And funnily enough, they're like right beside each other, even though they're in competition with each other.
That's really funny. As if maybe they're spying on each other. Maybe they're going to be a warring faction.
Well, we'll get to see a mission where the two of them are against each other soon.
I hope so.
No, we will. It's in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like in just a few seconds' time, we'll see it.
Maybe these three guys or three people on some billboards, there could be some personalities that could be appearing in game or on radio shows. But look down to the bottom right, you see a red Jeep, and you can just notice the light of the car on the metal of the the alloys of the vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just some really nice lighting effects. There's a guy, I think, on his phone or his hands up anyway to the left, just walking. Nothing major, but I mean, when you're excited for a game. Also, excuse me, there my voice kind of went. In between the IAA building and the building to the left, you can just see a sign out in the distance. What is that? What's that say? Los Santos, is it?
Vinewood sign.
Vinewood, sorry. Jeez, Los Santos, what was I saying? So you can see that there.
That's a pretty good draw distance.
Yeah, pretty good draw distance. And let's just move on to, we're at a woman jogging, and there's just like, I don't know the name, like what the areas are in Hollywood, like,
It looks like a little canal, kind of, between apartments.
Yeah, it looks really nice though.
It does.
And a woman jogging. I think you're going to just see a lot of people. I wonder what they do with the Oblivion way, where everyone has their own life, and like they have, like, I want to do this today, and then I'm going to go home. You know what I mean? They're not just going to wander the streets forever.
That's a good question.
I would like that. I would like, it doesn't have to be like, to have to do really intricate things. Like, they might just...
Have you ever stalked anyone in GTA 4?
I got really bored really quickly.
Because they just go around forever, like, they never stop.
Yeah. I would like to be able to, I mean, I'm sure eventually in a GTA game that's just going to happen. Maybe not this time, but they've done a lot of new things, so I can forgive that if they don't, for sure. Like, it's not... But we'll look at the water effects. You can see the reflection of the buildings in the water. It looks really cool, especially some of the buildings are pretty far away.
Yeah. Yeah, accurate.
Once again, the color looks really nice, and the character models look way better, which I'll get into later on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move forward again. Okay, so
Okay, yeah, this is a fucking makes you dizzy looking at it.
It does, yeah, vertigo.
Like,
So
nobody can see what we're looking at, so we have to describe it better.
yeah, so
A top-down view from well, it used to be called Mount Chiliad in San Andreas, but they changed the name of the mountain. I can't remember what the name of the mountain is, but it's fucking massive.
yeah, it's really big.
Like, I
And,
can't wait to push someone down that.
and do you see there's some kind of shack or something on the top?
I think it looks like a ramp or something that you can use as a ramp. Or maybe that's where you do some base jumping, I think, maybe.
Actually, that's well spotted. Yeah, it could be. Perspective might be a bit bad for us right now.
So if you can see, like, right in front of that thing, is like it's like a valley carved out in the side of the mountain where you could see yourself flying down that.
Oh man, imagine getting like a dirt bike or something, or just even a cycling bike and just blasting down
Like,
it.
look at there's like all these little dirt trails leading up to the
Yeah,
top.
I really like that. Or else, I like these little, just the detail in the mountain, like, the rocks casting shadows and stuff. It just doesn't look like, it looks real, if you know what I mean.
I think that's Blaine County then, the kind of town area you can see down.
Yes, it's
really
a small
hard to
town.
see far away.
Yeah, you've got, you can't really say much about it there because it's so,
I think that's like Trevor's neck of the wood.
I see. So I guess we'll kind of move to the, eventually there's going to be more and more to talk about because they really did kind of ease you in to this trailer. Like, they show you just little things, and then boom, they're like some of the new features they're adding, which we'll talk about, which I'm very excited about. Some of them I'm actually really pumped about, and they're small things.
Things I didn't even really care too much about, and then I see them in action here, and now they're all I want,
Yeah, so you can kind of see there's a better walking animation for Michael, who's going towards what looks like a very Ponzi kind of shop.
That reminds me, I think I heard somewhere that each one of them will have their own kind of walking animations in their own.
I like that. And he seems to be in quite a rich area because there's people in nice clothes.
It's their version of Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, so yeah, they're probably around that area. You probably need a lot of money to be shopping there in game.
And he's a wealthy man.
Pardon?
He's a wealthy man.
Yeah. Oh man, there's actually a lot to talk about. I'm just thinking ahead, and we're only at these small bits and pieces.
We got time.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, I'm excited though, cause it's really good. Okay, so he just walks through the clothes, and then it cuts to Trevor, who's driving an unusual looking vehicle, just like a pickup truck kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's in a slightly
Blaine County area.
Yeah, we'll say a rundown. Yeah, Blaine County. It's not that rich looking. It looks like.
Like, these are the kind of places I prefer over the cities, like going out into the countryside.
Yeah, me too.
These mini towns.
Yeah, hitting the small towns, you're just like, you feel like, there could be something in this place, because I don't know. I feel like they've got more character in the small towns, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, he's just driving through, and then it cuts to underneath a bridge, and there's some homeless people, so.
I see some drunk homeless people.
Yeah, some drunk homeless people. And there's also some, like, sleeping. So maybe if you were to go under, just say you're running from the police, and if you ran under, what if some homeless people were drunk and they could attack you just because, or, I'm sure you got loads of times before where your car got busted up, you hop out and start running, you end up under a bridge of some kind, there's nothing there, it's just empty, there's no kind of, there has been times in GTA games, even San Andreas, which was my favorite one, where it's just like, the world still sometimes just feels like it's empty, if you get me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to have that vibe this time around. And look at the lighting too, obviously they're looking through a gate, because you can see the grates on it, like the bars.
Yeah.
That's just coming through. It looks really good. This is huge for GTA. Oh man, I can't get my head around how big this game is. And you mentioned it earlier. Actually, I'll save some of our thoughts for afterwards, our rapid thoughts, as it were.
Okay.
So we'll push through here, and it's just they go to the wildlife, and again, water effects looking fantastic.
I fucking love this part.
Yeah, you got fucking nature and shit. I love it.
Like, that could be a screenshot from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, that could, and it feels like. Well, again, I'll actually talk about that afterwards. What my thoughts are. But so you see two deer. Obviously, I don't think wildlife was in it at all in the other games.
There was only maybe a couple of birds, and then the pigeons and
Does that count?
That was about it.
And now imagine you could run through the desert in San Andreas or something. You're like, nothing's going to get me except the police if I fuck with them, But now you're like, shit, what if, like, I think they have bobcats or they have mountain lions out there, don't they?
Yeah, I think they say cougars and mountain lions, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
it might have bears too.
There too.
Yeah, so it could be
Bears.
dangerous.
California's known for their bears.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be kind of interesting. Like, shit, I better look out for bears, all that kind of stuff. And obviously, we'll get to that soon. It cuts in from there to a beach, Venice Beach. That's the
Oh,
place.
okay.
So there's people on jet skis. There was never a jet ski before, if I'm correct.
No, I think there was.
I don't remember it, but I mean, I could be wrong.
San Andreas.
They had hovercrafts.
Maybe there wasn't.
Yeah, tell us if we're wrong, but I'm fairly confident there wasn't. And
Okay.
again, the waves looking very good. It's got that
Look
frothy
at the
look.
spray. The
Right?
water spray. Yeah, that you just said it there. The frothy look. That looks fucking unreal.
Looks real, yeah.
Real, yeah, not unreal.
Yeah. So it looks pretty populated there. It looks like there'll be a lot of NPCs on screen, but it doesn't. Sorry.
Slows those palm trees as well. To kind
Yeah.
of
Sorry. We both have so much to say and not enough time to say it. Well, we have loads of time. I'll let you go first, and I'll wait.
No, I just wanted to talk about the palm trees. That's just a quick.
Oh, okay. Well, if you notice, at times I felt that, in GTA, the NPCs were either going left or right in a straight line. If you know what I mean. They were never kind of changing path a lot and walking around. But if you know what I mean, just like, in real life, if you're on the beach, sometimes people do walk in a straight line, but sometimes like, oh, let's just go up here, and then we'll change directions, like
Yeah.
complete different direction or something like that. Just more random. Like it looks like it is more like that just in the screenshot, that more people are in one area versus the other. Some people are walking closer to the water.
Yeah, like getting their feet wet or something.
Yeah, I just found out I can go frame by frame, so this is pretty cool.
How do you do that?
Wait, can I? I use this. No, I was lied to. Wait. Yeah, you can if you pause it and you use the L key to go.
No, I'm just gonna do it normally.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
I'm gonna go frame by frame. So, oh wow, this is really cool. So, after the beach, again goes back to a more nature setting where there's people in quads or ATVs.
Yeah, so there's like a ton of different types of vehicles.
Do you know, I wasn't a fan of the racing in GTA 4 because I don't care for racing in streets and stuff like that. Also, I wasn't a fan of the driving mechanics, but I'm really excited for dirt bike racing and all that stuff in this game. And it looks like two people just on the trail. This could actually be like a tourist video for California. This makes me want to go there and do these things.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they show this valley. It looks really well lit. There's a bridge in the distance. You can see two people, little dots, and then there's like a man in a green suit. It looks like Master Chief, to be honest, fighting someone in some blue suit.
He was the fella in the green suit, the Master Chief one. He was in a. You know how you could watch TV in GTA 4?
Oh, that's right. That's what it is.
Space Commanders or something like that. They're like all kind of latent homosexuality tension going on.
That's really funny.
And I think that other fella's a superhero. I think his name is Impotent Rage.
Impotent Rage.
I think.
Oh, man. So it goes then to, it looks like some kind of business area, like some kind of square. Just a lot of suits standing around. There's nothing too remarkable that I can spot here. I think they're just showing the different, the variety of places you go. There's guys with a briefcase and a suit.
Yuppies.
And then sorry.
I just said yuppies.
Yuppies, okay. And then we come to some gentleman. He looks like an agent or something.
This is Franklin's boss. See, Franklin works as a repo man. He's working at a car dealership, and the people who can't afford the cars, he sends Franklin out to steal them back.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's talking to him, and I won't tell you what they say because I just want whoever hasn't watched it yet, for some reason you haven't watched it yet, we'll just let it all be dialogue-wise as fresh as you can. But I don't know why you haven't watched it yet. So
You don't.
it's got that kind of typical kind of GTA like humor in there. Being funny with that actually, at times anyways, like really like saying this is a joke. You know what I mean?
I like his mouth. His face kind of looks, the way he's moving, like much more natural than
GTA 4 had giant blockheads. Did you notice? I didn't get that at all. So actually, yeah, good to point that out. I was going to I forgot about that. His hands look really good too. They don't have them weird hands. They looked really weird in GTA 4.
It's not LA Noir levels. Like, I think a lot of people, once LA Noire came out, they're kind of expecting, oh, this tech that Rockstar has now, they're going to use this in all their games.
Next gen, I think we'll get that.
That takes up so much memory on the
Yeah, it
disc.
does.
So,
And
and
I'd
with the
say
characters in GTA games.
they were pushed to the limit with GTA 5. Like, they're probably really utilizing the console. Hiccup, sorry. So, they're having this conversation, and
One thing to point out there is that boss fella. If you see when it shows Franklin, he's nominating himself as Employee of the Month in the back.
I didn't actually spot that. Nice one.
At least I think that's what it is. Or maybe it's just saying this is the owner. I don't know.
Maybe. So then it just cuts to the GTA 5 logo very briefly. Not that important. And then it kind of gets down to the nitty grit. Like, it's Trevor, that's his name.
Trevor's
yeah, so he's in a house. They're planning a heist, and the house looks very lived in. It's a very rudimentary plan. He's just drawn it on his wall with some pictures,
some crayons and shit.
There's some things, though, I don't know if you spotted it, but I'll ask you later once we actually see it in the scene. So yeah, they're planning the heist and all this and that. So it then goes to the three playable characters standing on a roof looking over something that just exploded. It was a car, I think. And
where they were wearing monkey masks. Did you remember seeing?
Yeah. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, or something like that. Yeah. And then it comes to Michael, kind of telling them a little bit about them. Michael's just chilling in his house, and they say he was an ex-bank robber, and now you see that his family life is kind of crappy.
You're kind of seeing this stuff in their trailers already, like.
Yeah, I know, this isn't too important, but you get to hear about more from his son, who's a bit of a fat bastard, and he seems like a bit of an ingrate. And the daughter comes off as very spoiled to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that typical kind of thing, And she says, you're ruining my yoga. What's the best that the yoga guy is banging your daughter and you end up killing him?
I think we've actually seen that in the previous trailer.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that.
He's chasing a fella out of the room.
Oh, right. That'd be interesting. Yeah, it's still got that kind of GTA 5 or GTA animation that you come to expect, but it's better looking. The faces look real. You see Franklin in more of a ghetto-y area. There's a.
Just look at the thing in the back there. See how it says "Welcome Back."
Yeah, I like that.
It's like Grove Street, so that kind of implies. I think underneath it says "Missed you last time."
Wow, I was trying to read it during the trailer, and I didn't think to pause it because I just wanted to keep watching it.
I think that's what it says.
Missed you. Yeah, it says missed you last time. Yeah.
We missed you last time or something.
Wow.
There's something before the missed.
I wonder, is that going to be in the game, or did they put that in for the video, just as a little thing?
I think that's the game.
Yeah, why not? And also, there's a bike there, but there's a guy just parked up, just chilling on his bike talking. I like that. It's a nice little touch,
But they haven't actually stated, if you look at any graffiti anywhere, you can't actually see Grove Street, even though they're applied to be Grove Street members.
Yeah, but there will be. I mean, they can't just say, yeah, it's not Grove Street. It'd be cool to stick with that.
But they never use the same location, so I'm kind of wondering, maybe they won't be called Grove Streets. Maybe there'll be some new streets, and they'll be named after them, even though they'll be the exact same, just in a different name.
Who knows? As long as you can go back to, to Grove Street and have a look around, just, for nostalgia, that nostalgia.
That's what I'm saying. That mightn't even be there anymore.
Yeah, I hope so. And you also, in that same scene, just before it ends, you see his dog just walking behind you.
That dog's name is Chop, by the way.
Chop, yeah. So you see Chop walking behind you. I kind of hope you have the option to leave him behind sometimes, I don't know why I don't like having animal companions in games, really. Even though I like dogs, but,
Yeah, they can get... maybe he'd be super useful.
Yeah, you never know. So you see that, and he's talking to some gentleman. They're having some kind of dispute.
That's his friend, Lamar.
And obviously Franklin's a bit smarter than some of these other guys,
Or at least he thinks he is.
Yeah, he thinks he is. Perhaps he is, though. And he's probably tired of the small change jobs, so he wants to upgrade, to the bank heist and stuff and make the big money, Which is kind of the story of all the GTA games. You do these small jobs and then, it's just not really worth it. Well, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, I wouldn't mind making a little bit more. Even though GTA 4, what were you spending your money on?
Bowling.
I gotta get money. I got a hot date later.
But while Lamar is there on the screen, there's actually a theory going around that and this is maybe potential spoilers, even though it's a prediction. So should that count?
No. I don't
No.
think so.
Okay, this is just a prediction then. That Chop actually belongs to Lemar, and that at some point Lemar will die, and then Franklin will take over Chop. The previous trailer we've seen Franklin or Lemar with the leash. So kind of
interesting. Maybe he's just there with him. You know what I mean? That's actually a good theory, though. It'd be hard to debunk that, but that's not really spoilery to me because right now I don't know why he's important at all. You know, he could just be. You know what I mean? I don't care about the character, so it's hard to worry about it if you know.
And the majority of these side characters will die anyway.
Yeah, I think they might try to do that a bit more, because I don't know. I just have a feeling they're going to probably bring in a lot of characters, and you know, I think kind of the new way of storytelling, especially like with the likes of Game of Thrones being so popular, is that you know kill off some main characters, leave you worried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do like that in a way.
Like, I can't see how it would work. Like, 'cause you know how once you finish the story, you still like to wreak havoc.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're not going to kill the main characters,
Okay.
so they might just want to make you enjoy some other characters and then kill them, and then you're like, well, you got out alive. You know?
Well, maybe like Michael getting killed, and then maybe his son takes over his spot or something like that.
I don't think people want to play as him because
but maybe like it advances time a bit, like it did in Red Dead, and maybe he's slimmed up and looks a bit more like the father now or something.
Yeah, but maybe it's like I think because you know what he was like when he was younger. I mean, like I wouldn't want to play even if he grew up and he was just acted like Michael. It would just be a bit. I don't think they'll go that way.
Michael will change him.
Pardon?
Maybe throughout the story, Michael will change him into not a fucking waste of human life.
Yeah, perhaps. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we're getting way too far ahead. I suppose.
Yeah. That's it. We're not even out of the gameplay video yet. So
Right.
we see that, and then we're going to come to Trevor trying to flush a severed foot down a toilet.
Is that a real foot? Because it looks very floppy when he kicks it down.
It did, yeah. Maybe it's like a foot fetish object, and he got caught with it, and he was embarrassed, and I didn't want to explain it away.
Just into the ass is a massive dildo attached.
Yeah, imagine. So you also see like a beer can on the floor. Obviously, this is his house. It's very slobby.
Yeah.
You know, it's not doesn't look like a nice place to live.
Look at his clothes. He's always wearing filthy clothes.
Yeah, true. And he could do the haircut, just to, except that you're going bald. And then it goes to a chopper scene where you're just flying through the city. It looks really nice. You know,
This is the part I was telling you about, how the two FBI and the CIA lads are against each other.
Oh, cool.
One of them hires you to kidnap the other one from the other building.
Oh, huh.
Which is kind of funny because you're just going to have to bring him next door.
That'd be pretty funny. You also can see a lot of helipads.
Yeah.
And also, is this what this mission is? Yeah, actually, well, I was just looking at the gunplay a lot, which looks to have been improved. And this is where you find out that they were running this on the PS3. When you see, I think it's Michael rappelling down, and you see
X and so.
Yeah, pretty much all the staple PlayStation 3 buttons, and it looks like a bit more insane, more bigger. More balls to the wall kind of GTA missions, instead of just like, go here, and then the cops are going to show up, and then you're going to have to drive away after shooting at them a few times.
Yeah,
that was GTA in a nutshell.
This
GTA
thing
4.
They can really take the boring parts out of the missions by switching on characters like this.
I feel like they have listened to people's complaints at least.
Yeah.
So after that, he does the typical breaks in, but instantly grabs this gentleman who he's been sent in to kidnap, saving himself from being riddled with bullets.
Yeah.
And
he's harnessed around him.
Yeah, he has a harness around him. I don't know when he did that, but he then says that he needs support, and then you switch out to Franklin.
Yeah, so it looks like you can see the menu pop up. So it's like you hold down one button, and that kind of slows down time or it pauses time. I'm not sure which. But then once you've held that button down, you can flick through the three lads. But in this case, I think Trevor's grayed out, so you can only pick one or two.
So you'll also notice in that menu that Michael has his own special stats, and so does Franklin, like lung capacity driving, flying, stealth, strength, shooting, and stamina. And there's a special as well. And
So, do you know about the specials, or should we talk about that?
I'll talk about it a little bit. I actually would like to know.
Because okay, so Trevor's special is to kind of go into like a berserk mode where he gets like special melee attacks, and he takes half the damage and deals out twice as much damage. Then Franklin, he's the driving expert, so he can slow down time while he's driving, and he has increased control over the car, I think, and he can kind of weave in and out of traffic.
That's class.
And then Michael is kind of like the Max Payne, so he can slow down while he's shooting. Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Wow, that's really cool.
I hope he can dive like Max Payne.
Yeah, I hope so too. I almost get Max Payne 3 again for the PC. But anyway, that's a completely different thing. So, I'm actually using this going frame by frame to quickly switch between each guy's menu. So, Michael is miles better in this thing at shooting than Franklin is. It's really high, and his stealth is really high too, but it looks like there's little blue tips on it.
Sorry, keep talking.
Little blue tips that would insinuate that he's leveled up. So, as far as that goes, he'd probably be the guy you want to send in for flying or not for flying, for stealth and shooting. Whereas Franklin has high driving skill. So if you were needing a getaway, Franklin would be the guy to do it. Big lung capacity. I don't know if there's going to be holding your breath with sniping, so I wonder would lung capacity come into play with that too. His stealth isn't that high, but it looks like it's been leveled up a bit. It's hard to see because I haven't actually loaded this foolishly in 1080p.
Can I just ask where you are right about now, second wise?
Oh, I'm at 1 minute 43 seconds in. Michael's got a gun to that guy's head, and I can see they're about to swap characters.
Okay.
So, I'm just talking about the difference in them. So, just to kind of fill you in, pretty much Michael is better at shooting and stealth, and Franklin is way better at driving, and his lung capacity is way higher.
I thought Franklin
his strength is also higher than Michael's. You thought?
Franklin's stealth was pretty high.
Look at Michael's if you can. I'm telling you, use this L or J and L thing.
148.
148.
Yeah.
This might.
I think there's a delay when it switches over to Franklin's stats. Michael's showing with green bars and Franklin's showing with blue bars.
Yeah. So
Franklin's stealth is nearly maxed out. Like.
No, that's Michael's. Look there. You'll see that the light, the arrow is on. Pretty much Michael's face is highlighted, and his stealth and shooting is nearly maxed out. It's literally the exact same. And you'll go forward to Franklin, who's driving his high, but it looks like there's some kind of green tip thing to it, and it looks like his special is also up a bit more. His flying isn't that good, but we can assume then that Trevor's flying ability is very good.
But another thing as well is if you keep practicing, they'll all go up.
Yeah. So if you want to just say, "Oh, Trevor's my favorite character," Franklin or whoever's your favorite character, you could just keep playing them guys, and they could be good at everything, but you just have to practice it. But they have abilities that they're just better at. Especially at the start, this will probably have a huge effect. They're just better at some things at the beginning than the other guys, so you'd have to think about it more. And also, it'd probably take a long time to get 3 of your guys' levels up.
True.
It's a lot of micromanaging. So then
it'll be an achievement for that, or a trophy.
Oh, for sure. Then he cuts back to Michael, who, while you were shooting as Trevor, was getting busy getting out of that building. And this is where the first part where it looks like the shooting has been improved a lot, and the sound effects are improved. It's Michael shooting these guys who are coming in, obviously, to try and kill him and stop him from kidnapping this guy, which looks really irresponsible because Michael's holding on to him. So if they shoot him, Trevor can.
We don't know the circumstances. Maybe he's expendable.
Perhaps. If he was, do you think they'd be going through such a fuss? Then again, they might want to get the guy who just blasted into their window
and killed a lot of their men.
But if he's expendable, why would you capture him as well? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
That's my.
So, yeah, you can see that there's a lot of improvements to the gunplay in this scene. He quickly goes, he clears out the room, and then he gets the all clear. They're going to pull out. There's a bit of chopper combat. You're shooting at a chopper that's probably in pursuit.
I think at this stage you have the option to fly the chopper and change
Yeah,
it. But this fella here sticks with Michael and starts shooting at the choppers instead.
I like that. That's actually going to make for a lot of replayability.
Yeah.
Like, what's Franklin doing in this scene? Is he like?
I think he was way across town in a different building.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Has the gunshots alerted the police, and is he escaping the police while the FBI or the CIA, whatever they're called?
I'd say he probably has to meet them at a certain place.
Yeah, perhaps. That's interesting though. So this is a bit of helicopter thing, and then it shows Franklin coming out of a medicinal marijuana dispensary. It's pretty funny, but not really much else. And then it kind of showcases the whole swapping between. You're swapping between characters, but when you're not there, they'll go about their day. So we're at Franklin at 2 minutes 7 seconds in, and then it goes to kind of like this weird color. The camera goes to a bird's eye view, pans out, and then or it zooms out then zooms back into where Michael is, who's just after getting back from a cycle with his deadbeat son. So he was doing things in his spare time, and it looks like he's got a really nice house actually.
Point out there as well. The further they are away from each other, the longer it takes to jump into their shoes.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Like if you're right beside each other, then it's an instant switch.
Cool. Huh. So, yeah, just putting the bike away. Bikes look really good, actually.
His son Jimmy, I think his name is. He made a funny comment there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't spoil it maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'll just let it be fresh. I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching this has seen it, but let's not take the risk.
No.
So, yeah, it just shows that they're doing that, but then he's going to swap out to... Actually, let me go back. And this is a chance, I think, to look at... If we would keep going, that'd be fantastic. Alright, so it gives us a chance to look at Trevor's abilities. Whoa, he's actually got really high strength, really, really good flying, and really good shooting. Except his driving ability and lung capacity are small, and his stamina is small also. It's low in comparison to the others.
Well, his driving ability looks pretty good when we jump into his shoes.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I'd say it is also down to, the player control thing, but I'm sure when you hit a certain level, you get maybe just extra control of the vehicle. It might get a little bit easier to do,
Yeah.
So that was good. Finally got a chance to see that. I didn't even see it earlier. So yeah, you go over to where Trevor is, and he's in the midst of a car chase. We don't know what he did. He was doing this on his own time. He has a 5-star wanted level, so he's in a lot of trouble anyway.
That's the maximum, by the way, 5. It used to be 6.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble, as we said. And
I was just wondering as well. When you're jumping into Trevor there when he's driving. At what point do you take control over that? Because he's kind of in the middle of a car chase.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll give it like a second of, just him driving, and then just like, okay, you take control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's just chasing. He says something to the police. I don't quite remember, but the driving looks a lot more manageable. For me, it was a steep learning curve for GTA 4. I didn't like the driving at all. But I think it looks like they've got a nice balance. Just from looking at it, the cars don't seem to be as heavy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think they might have realized that it was a bit too much. It was taking the fun out of the game. There's a really nice cars that showcase the customization. Different colors and all that stuff. I'm sure it's just going to be just like San Andreas, really heavy on the customization of your cars. Did you spend a lot of time with that?
I did just about everything you could do in San Andreas. I spent loads and loads of time in that game. But yeah, I did a lot of customization too. You get the nitrous oxide, you get the paint jobs, the wheels, spoilers, all this kind of stuff. It was compared to GTA 4, when you had nothing to spend your money on, you kind of wished you had this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's just I can't get anything, So looks like there is actually going to be shit to spend your money on, and you can actually do it to be a successful businessman, which will come up soon.
Yeah, that's one really surprising thing that we'll get to when we get.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing. I hope so, because I'm really excited, even though it sounds kind of boring.
Yeah,
I really like it.
We're definitely talking about the same thing.
So it goes again. You see the trains, which are back.
Oh yeah.
And a plane flying. Them planes look badass.
I wonder how many different types there are.
I'm sure there's a lot.
Showcasing a good few of them.
Yeah, even if there was just 3, I'd be happy.
Definitely 3.
Yeah, so, and then it shows some clothes. I really like that, different clothes. I hope it also doesn't look like they're forcing you to wear a jacket at all times like they did with Nico. What was with that?
They didn't have any arm models or something. I don't know.
Are you serious? I wouldn't be surprised. But then,
I don't.
well, I would be because they put so much work in.
But something interesting to note about this is that like the kind of clothes Franklin would wear is not the kind of stuff Michael would wear. So I think they go to different shops. Like,
Yeah.
shops will be open to some people. I think. Like I can't see Franklin or Michael wearing these jackets and stuff.
I'm sure you could make them do it, but I'd say they might prompt some funny responses. Like an old man wearing young people clothes,
I'm actually wondering if they might cut it off from you altogether.
I don't think they'd take away that choice, you know what I mean?
Maybe I don't know.
For some reason, this video's insisting I watch it in 720p, even though, it's loading up and everything. I don't know, it's annoying. So, also, did you realize how good the golf looked? It looked like the Tiger Woods game.
It was ridiculously detailed.
Yeah, it was.
Wind, direction, speed, what type of wood or iron you're using.
Hole 3, par 3, and how many yards you're away.
And the mini map is replaced with the mini map of the actual course in detail. It's very good.
What do you think? You could just say we all want to play. Like, do you want to hop on GTA and have just say with TakuChat, let's have a TakuChat golf tournament on GTA.
I wonder if that'll work like that.
I hope so.
I think you probably would, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a feature. Like, why can't you just play golf against each other?
What if you're doing this and then some asshole comes along and they're shooting the ball?
Maybe. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure they'd give you an option to just have a private game where just you and your friends could run around if you really wanted to. These are all things they said that they will show us GTA Online, so we'll maybe get a better idea.
Do you think they'll talk about us or will they show us another video?
I think they'll show it another video because they can't just come out and show us gameplay. I think they're going to do it the way they did it with Red Dead and
I hope they do that from now on.
I love that because they do it right. They don't show you everything. They show you enough to make you excited, and then you're still like, excuse me, you're still really pumped for it then, But I found like other games like Assassin's Creed, they really oversaturated the information. They gave you too much information about the game and you knew everything that came out. And Rockstar are pretty good at keeping things still mysterious, that you have to just play and figure out yourself.
How good would it have been if Ubisoft never told us that you could captain a ship in Assassin's Creed 3? And then all of a sudden,
I think
the best part of the game, and you never even knew about it.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think it would have been pretty like whoa at first, It definitely would have added more of a wow factor,
Yeah.
But anyways, back to GTA.
Indeed.
So we're here, and he's at the golf course, and you also see a bit of yoga, and I don't think what's the point of your character doing yoga?
I think that might improve your lung capacity.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, okay, potentially your lung capacity improves.
Maybe some other stat will go with that as well.
And then it shows a cool little bit of diving and look how detailed that underwater world looks.
Yeah. I don't know, I was expecting less than what we're being shown. At the very beginning of the video as well, that you went, like, it showed like a wreckage of some kind of ship. Or some kind of, maybe it was an oil rig or something.
Yeah.
So it just looked really, really good.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm just looking at it like it's just mad because you got this whole world above the water that's so detailed. There's a phone ringing here, sorry.
So what's up? Can you see an air meter anywhere?
Hold on, you keep talking.
Yeah. He's swimming along. I think it's Michael. And then we move along and we see Trevor. And Trevor shows off the hunting minigame, and even that's detailed. You can see he's zooming in on a deer's head. But there's a wind speed direction going on, and is that a dollar sign?
Hey, I'm back.
Okay, I'm just on the 254.
254. Oh, yes. Good. Hey, did you
zoom in on the bottom right corner there?
I was just going to tell you about that. Did you spot the air direction and the speed?
Yeah. Is that a dollar sign? Like how much?
It does look like it.
Like maybe some things are worth more than others, depending on condition. Maybe if it's like a clean shot through the head, it's worth.
Oh, well, actually, I think with deer, you gotta shoot them in the heart to get a.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Don't get all fucking fancy with me.
Don't get smart with me, boy. So yeah, you got the I wonder. Do you kind of hope that in game 2 you're gonna have to think about wind speed?
So that means then that there's going to be some kind of bullet drop going on.
I'm okay with this. I like that in games, to be honest. It makes getting snipes really satisfying when you just see it just slowly land into somebody's dome piece.
But then when we saw earlier on, Franklin was sniping across. We didn't see any of that.
Depends on the power of the rifle. Is there zeroing as well?
It's just for this mini game that you'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's in this mini game, that's fine. Okay, I'll still definitely play it.
Yeah.
You know, it looks really good though. You know, the foliage looks really nice, all that stuff.
It looks like we've already seen golf. The golf could be its own separate game.
Yeah, it looks like it. It just looked insanely detailed. It was
Hunting thing could be its own separate thing. There's the other stuff that we'll see in a second. The diving, everything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't think I've been this excited about a current gen console game in a long time.
Well, for me, it's The Last of Us.
Oh well, yeah, actually true. So yeah, you see your deer, and then it goes to Franklin just walking in a street. It looks kind of like around Trevor's neck of the woods, actually. And I actually can't because it will not render fucking 720p for me. This is the land of the. I can't really read. It's really blurry. Oh, land of opportunity. Get out.
So there's your humor, Freya.
Yeah, actually, the next part. Hold on a second. After you see, so this woman that Trevor is talking to, her animation looks really bad.
It does, but she kind of looks. That makes it really look like it's in-game. Like she's just a really minor character that you're only going to deal with for these bounty.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, but it was. Then again, if that's the case, then as for an in-game character, she looks really good. But like, it did look kind of shitty. You'd also notice her sweat at the front of her t-shirt or vest. And
it was that really like the rest of her body was well animated. I think was just
just her face looked like a tech demo or something like that. And then here's where the first part where my jaw kind of dropped for the most was how good the shooting looks, like an actual gunfight.
Yeah, so we see Franklin taking cover behind a car, and he looks like he's at a wood mill or a sawmill.
Yeah, some kind of a mill.
Taking on the ballers.
Yeah, and
I think they're the ballers, aren't they?
So, yeah, I couldn't tell you. Either way, they're trying to kill him, and it's not good. So.
Oh, when he opens up the weapon wheel, it goes into slow motion.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. So you got a lot of some blind fire. He kills the guy with blind fire, and this looks really slick. He just stands up and starts walking forward and shoots. You know, it looks like it looks a lot like Max Payne and Red Dead Redemption had a baby.
Yeah, it does.
And if you look at pause of the weapon wheel, there's a grenade launcher. I think that's C4. It's hard to tell again. For some reason, it won't let me get 720p. It's sticking me at 360. There's your pistol, an assault rifle there. I think. It looks like there's a serious mixture.
Shotgun, your melee. Is that a parachute in the bottom right?
Yes, it looks like it could be.
If you look under, see how he's highlighting the pistol.
Yeah.
And underneath you see carbine rifle or whatever.
Yeah.
But then if you look, it's you might not be able to see. It's all blurry, but it's like extended mag, and then underneath that it's like attached grip.
Yeah, I can't see that.
If you look in the top right, then there's like all these different meter bars. So like the fire rates, it gives you the stats of each weapon, and you probably definitely can't. But like if you look at the accuracy one, there's like a little green extension to that because of the grip, probably.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I have heard that there will be your weapon customization. So that's another thing you can spend your money on, like just getting all your guns to be unreal. And he just runs through them. He takes out this machine gun or assault rifle and just hoses them down.
Yeah, but the slow motion looks really cool.
Yeah, and then it goes to just a really quick scene of someone tearing through the town in a really nice looking car.
Yeah, it looked like that's gone like more arcadey.
Yeah, I like it though, to be honest. It looks like they've found a middle ground.
Indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, you're doing that, and then it cuts to just a little shooting range. I think that's something I'm not interested in.
It's another mini game.
Yeah, it's something else to do, but I've never been a huge fan of like when they've had that in games. Like I'm just like, I don't care.
There could be a twist on it, seems it's GTA and seems it's Trevor.
True.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I think different characters will be doing different mini games. So like, don't expect to see Trevor doing golf.
Huh. That's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah.
We'll get to the tennis, which is at 3:27, and that's another game that looks like it could be, one in itself.
Yeah.
I'm not really a huge fan of tennis, but I definitely try it out in the game. It'd be pretty cool to go against a friend just in just a friendly game of tennis,
If you play this online, it'd be great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd be stupid not to have all these little things to. Oh, excuse me.
They seem to be going balls out with the online, which we'll get to later on.
Yeah, they really do. Then it shows looks like a cycling race.
That looked really cool. Like if you look at the tarmac on the road, I was like, wow.
Yeah, and there's sand kind of coming onto the road. That's because it's on the edge of a dirt road. It's not just like clean tarmac. Like there's, it gets dirty like a real road does.
And even this, there's like a stamina bar you can see in the bottom right, a timer. Like you have to be watching. Like
I'd say you have to speed up at the right times and then just kind of coast to get your breath back at the right times.
All these mini games.
Yeah.
They're all detailed.
And then one of the cool things that's something that everyone really likes in GTA was parachuting. It looks like he base jumps from that giant mountain that was early in the video. What's your thoughts on that?
Looks like you have more control. Like you don't really see it for long because he pulls out the chute awful quick. But when he's falling, it looks more like Just Cause than it does GTA 4. I didn't like the parachuting in GTA. Well, what was it? The Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah.
It felt all stiff.
It felt stuck in, didn't it? Just like, okay, we had to do it because we didn't do it earlier.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Okay. This is much better.
Yeah. So
cover a lot of distance because like when you put the parachute on in the Ballad of Gay Tony, it felt like okay, you're only going to get a few meters out of this before you fall or land.
Yeah. It does look like he was going really fast.
Yeah. It carries the velocity of him and all this kind of stuff.
That's really cool.
That's what it looks like anyway.
Yeah. And then the cut to saying how, you have to get down to business, to fund all these fun things you're going to do. You can't just go in and do it. You got to be making money to live the life,
Making that cheddar.
Yeah. So I think maybe they're going to, the point of it would be you got to work so you can actually live the dream in GTA. So there is actually a bigger, hiccup there, a bigger point to getting the money because, you can't just go on and do these things without the cash to do it, How are you going to get your hands on a dirt bike or a quad or something if you don't have cash to pay for it? Well, you can steal it. Yes. But imagine you could just buy, I think it's more fun buying your own cars.
Having it permanently then in your garage or something.
Yeah, I'd like that. Sort of like sleeping dogs.
If you want to buy a helicopter, you need to have a helipad.
Also, I think maybe you can buy it at a abandoned airfield like in San Andreas. Your mic is kind of lagging a bit.
So, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's back. Oh man, we've seen 3 minutes 43 so far into the video, and there's just so much that I want to try just in this portion. The things have shown us alone.
We've even missed things too. I'm just after remembering. When they were back in the kidnapping the guy from the skyscraper.
Yes.
You know how you could see the icons of the different fellas?
Yeah.
The three of them. And how there's a grayed out one on the bottom.
Yeah.
If you pick that grayed out one, that'll be your online avatar.
Oh, cool.
Didn't show it there. But also, what you should know is we'll get to online later. So we'll go more in depth in a few minutes. But if you look at it again, it says AC 3 days.
Yeah, I seen that, but
and there's a lot of people saying different things, like maybe the mission is called 83 Days, was, I think, Drid Akma's suggestion.
Yeah.
And Sharon Geese said maybe it's just a stat, how you can gather stats.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, why are you going to have a stat there on your HUD? So I'm thinking maybe it has to do with the heists. Maybe you have 83 days to get everything ready for the heist, the next heist.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. I would like that, because then you can't just be like, it would also stop people from just getting all the money they'd ever need to, to do the perfect one every time. They have to get to work to get it done correctly, That'd be really cool.
I'm sure there's a way if you don't want to wait the 83 days. Once you have everything ready, maybe time advances anyway or something.
Yeah, perhaps. I definitely, actually. They couldn't just say, oh no, that's it, 83 days you're waiting. I mean, I don't care if you're ready now. You've got everything you need. Especially since, you might be really good with your money, or if there's, one thing that we're going to see later, if you're really smart with your money and a certain exchange of sorts.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited about that. It's unreal. So yeah, anyways, to get into it, okay, so
I studied
let's
this in college.
yeah. So then they're pretty much planning a heist, and you can plan everything, and you got to organize it. Which I hope this is this is going to be a thing like you have to scope out the routes. Just they're robbing some kind of van, so maybe they also need to learn where it was going to be and at what time.
This looks like it's like the first heist mission you'll be playing in the game because it's so basic.
Yeah, just like it didn't look too hard at all. There was no like police with them or anything. It looked well done too. So it was pretty much just like an armored truck pulling up, and you have a pickup truck ready to ram it from the side after you put a bin truck, a garbage truck in the way, thus stopping it continuing. So you ram it, and this is where you see potentially some destruction in the game.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. Do you think that's scripted just for that event, or do you think like walls like that would break?
Well, what if as the player, I don't know, maybe the walls like them will break, because I think it'd be pretty gay if they showed us it and then didn't actually, it's like, actually, we just did it for this one scene, but we let you think for a long time that it was there. I don't think that's Rockstar style, like.
Kind of focused on it too, I thought.
Yeah, they did, because it wasn't huge. Like, I would like to see that.
Check out the physics of these particles banging off each other and stuff.
Yeah. It actually looked really good.
Walls like that will break.
Yeah, because I'd say it's not. They've done it so many times in games now, it's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
And if you look at 355, there's a to-do list. I can't read it because of my shitty resolution.
Actually, I think I can see it. Hold on a sec. 355.
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing is scout the town. The second thing is test security. The third thing is time cop response.
Oh, so you do have to do these things.
Oh yeah. The fourth thing is to pick a crew, which is interesting because you're not just going to be using the three lads. You're going to have to hire outside help.
Yeah. I wanted to mention that. I wasn't sure if you spotted it.
And then the last thing I'll just point out is to get military gear, and everything on that list has been ticked except for that last part.
Interesting. And this is where this got me excited about doing missions and stuff like that. So, scouting the town. Obviously, again, you have to know as a player, like, how long it's going to take the police to get there. Does that mean that, depending on your location, it might take you the police longer? Just so you committed a crime out in Blaine County, and there was no cops around, would you have a bit more time to get away? Even if it's just, like, hitting somebody with a car.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
I would like that.
It's clever.
So
it seems like for every heist, there's going to be this to-do list, and each one of these things on the list is probably its own mission.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
So, like, in order to do this big mission, you have to do these 5 little missions. Yeah. And then there's going to be a big climactic finale.
You probably don't mind because you're so, like, you're anticipating this huge heist and the payoff at the end.
You get to pick. Well, we'll get to that. Go ahead.
If you notice, there's they're planning a heist on a jewelry store. Looking at this this board here, they've got all their notes and stuff like that, and they have jewelry store, they've got a crew, and then you see the 3 guys they're going to take with them, the 3 extra guys.
Yeah.
And we'll get to them in a moment. And just little bits and pieces. Things are circled with red, so it's important.
This is a separate heist from the first one we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a different to-do list here.
Yeah. Oh, is there? All right. So, evaluate security.
Yeah.
Photograph. I can't read what the next one is.
Interior.
Oh, interior.
Yeah. Decide approach.
Pick crew and
then
get carbine rifles. Huh. So I could have just waited a second. It would have zoomed in. I was reading when it was still panned out.
Totally embarrassing.
So
then you pick your approach. You can see how it says approach.
Oh yeah.
So A is loud, B is smart.
I think what approach do you think you're going to do?
I think I'll definitely start with the smarts.
Yeah, I think every chance I get, I'm going to try to do it without getting, any kind of alarms raised, the perfect heist,
I get the feeling though, if you want to do it smart, I think you're going to need to have a good crew.
Oh, for sure.
If you want a good crew, you can see at the bottom of each one, it says their percentage cut. So
yeah.
The better your crew, the more money they'll take from you. So maybe you'll want to do a loud one every now and again to get some extra cash.
Yeah, maybe, but I would only probably do the loud ones on, really small time. Once I got used to the game, like small time gigs,
Yeah.
So you got different skills too. Like this first one on the right, Paige Harris, her expertise is she's a hacker. System knowledge, really high. Decryption skill, pretty high. And access speed's very, very high. And that's why 15% is a big cut.
Exactly. Especially added on top of the other two lads.
Yeah, and then exactly. You got two 14% and a 15%. That's what, 39?
And you probably have to split
am I saying 39? God, that's retarded.
Probably have to split the rest then between the other three lads. So it's like a 6-way cut then.
Yeah, and I wonder then, is it the option to kill them guys at the end?
But you'd probably want to be carrying them over for the next heist.
Yeah, but I mean, that's up to you. You're like, is this too much to take, And if you only kill one of them, would they not trust you then? I wonder will trust come into this. So we've got this other guy anyway in the middle, Gustavo Mota. He's a gunman. And it shows his health. It's different skill sets to, obviously, completely to the hacker. So that obviously means there's more than one gunman to pick from. But look, he's got a really high cut. I wonder if the more times you take a person with you, do they get higher skills?
Yes, they do. Actually, I heard that.
Oh, I like that then. That's really cool. Then you probably get really attached to the one person.
Do you think you have to go to a certain website to hire these people? Or how would you find them?
Jeez, I don't know. I think that'll come to be revealed,
Well, obviously, but
yeah.
Asking your opinion, jeez.
So we have on the last one Eddie Toe. He's a driver, and obviously driving skill actually isn't that high comparison to Franklin's, but he's got really good composure, and vehicle choice is really good as well. So he'll stay calm, and he'll pick the right vehicle for the job.
That suggests that you don't get to pick the vehicle then.
Yeah, so maybe you'll be in the back shooting out or something like that. And I like the idea of doing it silently. The show a way of doing it silently they've got gas in the vents.
Yeah, sleeping gas or something.
Yes, yeah. So I would try to do that. I'd always spend the extra money to get it done perfectly, just because I like to do it that way. And then it just shows everyone getting knocked out, And,
so see the three lads coming in.
Yeah.
To rob the place. Are they the three main characters, or are these people you've hired, or maybe only one of them is the main character?
I don't recognize the guy in the left or the middle.
Yeah.
They could be your guys.
We'll get to the next, but when they go in loud.
Yeah.
And the fella, one of them was wearing a helmet or something. He's like, I don't want to ruin the plastic surgery. Something like that. He sounded like Patrick McReary to me.
Maybe. I'd have to compare their voices again.
Yeah. He just kind of, I don't know.
Maybe. It sounded like Michael to me, to be honest.
It could have been Michael too, I was thinking. I don't know.
It probably was. So, yeah, it looks like him, to be honest. So like his body type.
It's yourself, Gon.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. So, yeah, he says that, and they've got like a stack of cash in front of them, and they're putting it in the bag. Does this mean you can only take so much? I wonder would you have to think like a bag size, and the bag might slow you down if it's too full. I would like things like that,
Like when he's snatching up the jewellery in the quiet approach, there's like a little cash counter in the bottom right-hand corner that rises as he's snatching it up. So I'm guessing there's a time limit and you have to get as much as you can before it's up or something.
Probably before the cops get here. You know, you're timed, you have the timed response thing.
Yeah.
I would say that's it. But I mean, if you're getting 99,000, like in the part I'm looking at, 99,750, you still got a lot of money, but again, you're splitting that 6 ways. So at the same time, it mightn't be that good. Sorry.
You know what's interesting is when they went for the quiet approach, they took jewellery. But when they went for the loud approach, they broke into the vault behind and took loads and loads of cash.
Interesting.
You think maybe if you do go loud, there's a higher risk, but maybe there's a higher reward.
I suppose because you're already there, you might as well blow the safe open or something like that.
Yeah, maybe you can't.
Actually, maybe we did see footage of a safe being blown open.
That's true.
Maybe that's it, and then maybe that brings in that causes a higher response from the authorities, maybe tanks or something like that.
Yeah.
That's definitely something to think about. Interesting, but in that case, I guess you would depend on how badly you needed the money. So. Just shows you what you can spend it on. Show some tattoos, just your basic stuff. I'm not too fussed about talking about the tattoos, really.
Actually, there's if you can see on his left arm, there's one already there. It's like a cross.
Yeah.
I think is that Michael written on it?
I can't actually see.
I think it says Michael, and there's a rumor that Michael and him are brothers, so that could tie into it.
That would be a really cool twist. They do kind of look alike.
They do, yeah. Like
Yeah.
if one of them, went down the shitter, and the other one rose to the top.
Yeah, that's actually cool. Like, and now they might be going back to the top together or something. Who knows? I would like that, actually. I'd like that approach to it.
Mm.
So then you see some really insane driving. It looks like there's actually a race going on.
Actually, whoever's controlling this is really, really good.
Yeah, I'd say this happened by accident.
Probably.
I
just met it next time, and now I'm excited, John.
Yeah, this is the part I'm really pumped about. You can now...
Ballsack Index.
Yeah, ballsack. Dealing in life's ups and downs. You can get involved in the stock exchange now, and it looks like you do it from the internet, the in-game internet, because he's at www.ballsack.com. So actually, I was like, wow, when I seen this, So if just say you were smart and you weren't really that good at heists and you weren't getting too big at cuts, but you took your money and invested it in the stock exchange, and you got you got a good pick. I don't know exactly how the stock exchange works too well, but I'd say I'll be a master at it by the end of GTA.
I'd say you can probably invest in a company, and then you can probably do something that'll affect those stock prices. So let's say ammunition.
Yeah.
They specialize in selling weapons and stuff. If you buy a shitload of weapons, because they talk about a working economy, so maybe when you buy these many weapons, it's going to be good for their business, and then their stocks will go up, and that means you're kind of getting weapons for free, or maybe you're making a profit from weapons eventually, depending on how much money you put in.
I wonder, is there a way you can destroy merchandise for companies? Just say ammunition again, just because that's what we see on the screen here. They are getting a shipment of good guns, and you steal the guns and fence them yourself. The stocks crash, and then you buy, you invest a lot then in ammunition, and then you start to spend a load of money again. You start buying things from them.
Or maybe even if you invest in ammunition, and then maybe there's a rival company, a rival weapon store, or maybe just gun dealers around the store or around the city. If you start killing them, maybe it'd be better for their business and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, start shutting down some of their stores or buying them out, because they do say that you can purchase buildings, and
I think that's the next screen as well.
Yeah, so stock exchange is something I'm really excited about. Yeah, and now it shows houses you can buy and getting directions and purchase property. Wow. And you can actually drive out to view it, so it's actually worth going out to look. It's not just for a couple of walls. It looks like there's an interior to it. So
DynastyAceRealEstate.com.
Dynasty Age.
the best move you'll ever make.
And it says the description for this particular building he's looking to get directions to is unique apartment overlooking the marina. Hello, sailor. Actually, if you look at the mouse cursor that's hovering over get directions, it's someone flipping you off.
Really?
Yeah, look.
Wait, what seconds are you?
All right, I'm at 4:31.
Oh, me too.
He's hovered over get directions.
Yeah.
And the clicker, normally should just be an index finger.
Oh, sorry, if I moved it an extra frame, I would have seen that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty interesting.
It was funny.
It's funny, yeah. So, and then this is pretty big because it looks crazy.
Oh yeah, we could talk a year about this, I think. Or I would anyway.
So there's 7 people playing right now that I can see in the initial screen, so it's 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, see, if there's 17, that means there has to be at least 24. I think 24. Yeah. But look at the dots on the map. Maybe if you can count them, that'll be better. But anyway, what we're looking at is the multiplayer avatar. And he's looking out over the city. He's inside a building, which is odd for...
Yeah, so it obviously points to you can go inside a lot more buildings, maybe.
Or maybe each character has their own apartment or something like that.
That would be cool.
In their online space. Because this is its own kind of separate thing. But anyway, just to describe what we're seeing for people who, for some reason, can't see it or never watched it, is you're watching just the chaos of free roam online.
Yeah, there's helicopters, jets, people having street races, dogfights, I think.
And there's a radar, and you can see in the radar there's 4 well, there's loads of white dots indicating players, but then there's like 4 other icons that kind of remind me of Red Dead Redemption's free roam. It's like maybe, everyone can meet up at a certain one of those and maybe start some kind of event.
Yeah.
Like one of them is skydiving and
Yeah.
one of them is what? It's hard to see, it's kind of blurry, but
One that says P, I think. It is hard to see,
maybe one of them's like golf and street racing. No, one of them's a flag. One of them's definitely street racing.
Yeah, there's a car there too. I'm just waiting for this playbird to go.
There's probably going to be like a dogfighting one and all this.
I hope not. Oh, right. I thought you were like actual animal dog fans. Like, that'd be pretty fucking crazy.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too. I'd be like, yeah.
You're taking it too far, man.
Yeah. Your bloodlust knows no bounds. But yeah, as far as actual like air vehicles having dogfights, yeah.
Because we see a jet just fly right in front of him in the window.
Which also looks like, you can get pretty good control of the jet. They handle it really well if you're doing that kind of maneuvering. Perhaps.
Like, I'm seeing a lot of people compare it to Battlefield meets GTA.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like from that 10-second clip.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
But
I'm hoping there's a huge player count.
I hope so too. If not, if they don't do it in this gen, if they bring it to next gen, there will be.
How many was it in GTA 4? I think it was 16 max.
I think so. Yeah. I didn't like GTA 4 multiplayer though.
I did. Well, I like the free roam. Not really the other modes.
All people did was just go to the airport and blow up choppers if you try to take them. But anyway.
There's nothing stopping you from wandering around.
Yeah, true. So, closing thoughts on it. That's the end of the trailer, by the way.
So
I say closing thoughts are like your impressions and favorite things, etc.
I think it's going to be either this or The Last of Us Game of the Year.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's got to be a hard bet, that's for sure. I think what I'm looking forward to the most is how the stock exchange works, the gunplay, setting up heists, and how they actually work. Do you have a lot of control over it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just can't wait to do like the random stuff, like cycle all the way up to the top of Mount Chiliad and just book it down as fast as I can.
Yeah, that's gonna be so cool.
Or maybe just drag someone up there with me, because it looks like you can capture people. When you're doing the bounty hunter, I showed Trevor doing the bounty hunter thing. He had some fella captured and he threw him into the house. So maybe it's kind of like Red Dead, how you could lasso people.
Yeah,
maybe
that was cool.
That maybe you can handcuff them and drag them around or something.
Yeah.
I'm just making it up as I go along, but I want to bring people up there and then push them off the side of the mountain and watch that physics engine go.
God, my brain would melt if I tried to think of everything that you could do, because it just seems huge, and we obviously haven't seen everything.
And there's the online thing, which I really, really, really can't wait to hear more about.
And we know nothing about, really nothing about, so...
We've seen 10 seconds of it.
Yeah.
And even then it was just a man looking out a window.
Yeah, that kind of just showed, the chaos going. It was a good way to kind of tease it. So, maybe, obviously in the lead up to GTA 4's release, they're going to be pushing a lot more footage. So hopefully we'll learn a lot about it then.
Certainly hope so.
Yeah, obviously.
Want to say something you want to bring up at the end of the video or something?
Oh man. Oh yes, you said earlier, before we started, has this, and I would like everyone's opinion on this if they would like to comment on it. Has this got rid of your enthusiasm for Saints Row 4?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Saints Row 4 anymore.
I didn't have too much enthusiasm in the first place.
I was looking forward to playing it, but yeah.
You're as well have to wait the extra months now.
I'm gonna get it at a later date now for sure. After the dust has settled for me with GTA.
I might not actually just not get it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that pushed. I got 3 and I was pretty disappointed with 3. 2 was great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Didn't really do it.
Wait and see, but right now I'm gonna hold and keep my money for GTA. It's a really bad time for them to be bringing out a 4th game. I think they should have tried to get it out pretty early.
Yeah.
But here we are. I think they'll be okay though. They'll probably just sell a lot later on down the line,
Maybe. I don't really care too much, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. It's just it was
Yeah,
kind of sorry.
I think GTA will probably break records sales wise.
Yeah, I think so too. It's kind of sad though that the only real competition GTA has is Saints Row, and Saints Row is not even near their level. Saints Row 3 was better fun wise than GTA 4, but like you know,
It still wasn't as well made.
yeah, it still wasn't as well made exactly. So yeah, should we go to? Are you done with it?
Probably not. Like I was in my head earlier on, there was so many things I
Yeah,
wanted to say.
same.
Now I just can't think of anything anymore.
Uh,
But
it looks like these last few games we've made, like Illinois, Red Dead, and Max Payne, have just been kind of practice to come into GTA 5 as strong as they can.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because there's like elements almost of everything, you know.
maybe not LA Noir, but everything else,
Oh, well, true. Well, maybe the character models of Illinois,
maybe.
close to it anyway. But yeah, definitely Red Dead, and I'm getting the Red Dead feel from it and the Max Payne feel from it too, you know. So
I think I'll be spending most of my time in the countryside rather than the city.
yeah, I think so too. But I'll wait and see. Depends what's in the city.
But,
I think because we've had enough city from GTA 4.
yeah,
You know, I was like, let's just go unwind in nature, as it were. But
I hope you can hunt in free roam. Like you could do it in Red Dead, I think.
I'm sure they'll let you do it. Probably just there'll be no point in like not having. Then again, they took a lot of things out from San Andreas that they didn't have it in 4.
Or maybe you could hunt each other.
That'd be cool, like a Hunger Games of GTA.
Yeah, maybe there's like maybe a team of 4 hunters, and then maybe just one person armed with a handgun, maybe released into the woods or something.
That'd be funny.
That'd be class. Although maybe you could make these kind of situations yourself, just naturally in free roam.
I think like a lot of what you could do maybe in GTA Online is up to your imagination.
Yeah. If you had a good group of friends willing to play along with you, then
Yeah.
you can do a lot of stuff.
I wonder if we see a lot of good machinimas come out. I thought there would be after GTA 4 came out, but there wasn't. Not that that's that important, but it's interesting to see what people are doing with.
You mainly just see like physics and mods,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
I just stopped caring. I think people just don't care about GTA enough, like GTA 4 enough. It's odd how, in my opinion, it's obviously I've alluded to that more than once. It's the weakest in the series.
Oh, it is, definitely. But I still have fun with this online.
Yeah, I didn't. But,
I think you should give it another go and maybe team up with someone you know and do some.
I can't go back to it. It's just too. I just don't
Same.
care. It's too old now too. I think it's aged.
Well, there's still Red Dead Redemption's free roam.
That's true. That's actually good though. I don't know why, but it's good. Because there's not too much to do in a way. The gunfights are unreal, and in Love 2 you get like, you kind of always make enemies almost. Someone will kill you once, or you'll kill them, and they'll kind of follow you trying to get you again, and you're kind of always looking out because they want their revenge.
Especially if they kill your horse or if you kill their horse.
I hated that.
Then it's on.
Were you ever shooting in Red Dead and you accidentally shot the back of your horse's head and put him down?
No.
Ah, it's happened.
Not while I was riding it anyway, maybe on the ground.
It happened to a friend of mine. It was hilarious. But
Anyway, I think we're kind of filtering out a bit.
yeah. I think as far as I could think, I've said everything that I want to talk about that I can remember. Tell us what you liked about it in the comments. That'd be pretty handy. And obviously, so we can get maybe a bit of a debate going, especially guys on TakuCast as well. Be pretty cool if you could comment.
Yep. And not just the GTA 5 stuff, but that teaser's image that Sony put up. What you think that could be?
Yeah, everything that we've talked about in the podcast.
Yeah, just feel free to discuss that.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to join in.
Yeah, and like it as well. Obviously, it'll help. And thanks for listening from me anyway. I have a new PlanetSide video out. I'm toying around with the idea of doing a few episodes of that. Well, I say episodes, just a few gameplay videos of PlanetSide because it's pretty fun. I'm playing with some of the guys from TakuCast, and it's a good. I think they're good. So check them out too on my channel.
Yeah, any potential PS4 people who are hopefully looking to buy a PS4, then PlanetSide 2 is a game that'll be free at launch. So you probably want to check out those videos to see what kind of game it is. It does look
Yeah.
like 2,000 people on one map. You know, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's just action. Like as far as recording the videos, the episodes kind of make themselves. I call them episodes just because it's easier that way. But like, there's no story. They just kind of make themselves like, because crazy shit happens all the time. And you know, some really epic battles too. Just you could just be in this shitty outpost in the middle of nowhere, and there's a giant war going on for it. It's just insane. I'm actually going to play some after this to try to get some of the guys on, I think.
Famous.
Yeah, I might do actually. But anyways, okay, check out that. It'll be on my channel. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yep. Take it easy.